Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with a Wild Eye review of It's Just a Game. It's Just a Game is a 2018 horror film, written and directed by Daniel Emery Taylor. He also has a pretty major role in the film. This DVD was distributed by Wild Eye Releasing. It's Just a Game begins with a group of teenage girls playing some games. They are trying to summon various local legends. This includes Mercy Proctor, Skullgirl, featured here on the cover, Jeff the Killer, and Mother Murder. All of this ends up being an elaborate prank that two of the girls are playing on a girl named Brianna. At certain points in the film, she is also referred to as Brianna. Ruby, the fourth girl in the group, defends Brianna. She ends up leaving with her and invites Brianna to spend the night at her house. The following morning, Ruby and Brianna wake up to Ruby's dad making them brunch. Ruby's sister Jade has also returned home to surprise her sister and father. She invites Ruby and Brianna to join her at the record store and then go to lunch. While at the record store, Claire, one of the girls who pranked Brianna the night before, shows up. Brianna tries standing up for herself, but Claire insults her again. I won't spoil how, but let's just say she gets really personal. Brianna obviously gets upset by this and storms out and heads home. Ruby, once again though, defends Brianna to Claire. But when Ruby arrives at Brianna's house later on, Brianna's grandmother tells her that she doesn't wish to see anyone. It turns out Brianna is trying to summon one of the local legends from the night before. She hopes to unleash Mother Murder to seek vengeance on Claire. Soon after, a sadistic, incestuous cult begins a killing spree. Their first stop is, you guessed it, Claire's house. As the body count rises, Ruby suspects that Brianna had something to do with it. But Brianna claims she was home all night. Did she somehow really summon Mother Murder? How is the murderous cult connected? And what is it, in the end, that they are really after? Either an ancient evil has been unleashed, or it's just a game. Let me get this out of the way. The star of this movie is Skullgirl. It was smart to feature her on this DVD cover, because she's awesome. Her appearances are probably my favorite parts of It's Just a Game. I did like this one a lot, though. The whole summoning of local legends at the start of the film really hooked me in. I like the small town setting. This was filmed on location in Alabama. The record store especially was fun to see. It's featured in a couple of scenes. The likable characters are the characters you're supposed to like. And the others do a good job of being unlikable. That includes Claire. She may be pretty, but she is not a nice girl. I also found Ruby to be very pretty, although she is probably the most likable character in the film. In certain scenes, she really reminded me of Daenerys from Game of Thrones. That's not to say the actress playing her looks like Emilia Clarke. I think it was just the blonde hair with the dark eyebrows. She looks like Season 1 Daenerys. The kills in It's Just a Game are very brutal and bloody, many coming from Skullgirl herself. I liked seeing the various members of the cult. There's Brother Thaddeus, played by writer-director Daniel Emery Taylor. There's Sister Amelia and Brother Marco, who are extremely incestuous. There is a graphic threesome sex scene featuring them with a corpse. That scene features lots of blood and gratuitous nudity. There's Sister Daphne, who has her face painted like a doll. The Pigmen, and, of course, Skullgirl. It's a nice selection of horror villains. It's Just a Game was definitely a fun watch, and I really liked the ending too. I want to give a huge shout out and say a big thank you to Wild Eye Releasing for sending me this DVD to review. Be sure to check out Wild Eye and grab a copy of It's Just a Game for your collection. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind, subscribe.